So this is the drawing of the rear axle tube that we discussed yesterday. This is flange rear axle tube. So this drawing also has been uploaded. The assignment is also uploaded. See now this is the raw material shape which he has taken. Like he has considered diameter 60, diameter 88, and diameter 125. This is the finish. Diameter 60, that is for diameter 54, so he has taken 3 allowance here, and instead of taking steps like this, he has considered a diameter over here, that is this 83 ka hai wo, he has taken it as 88, and this diameter he has taken as 125. So this he has made in 3 steps outside diameter, and then inside diameter he has taken again 3 steps, that is one is 33, then 53 and 68. 33, 53 and 68. And remember when you are taking IDs, when you are taking inside diameter, you have to subtract it. When you are taking outside diameter, that time you have to add it. That is what you have to remember, because many times the students I have seen that for ID for 33 they are taking it as 36. The moment you say 36, that means there is no stop. So that care you have to take. Now let us discuss about classification of manufacturing operations. So screen is visible, no?
सर वो आईडी और ओडी का आप क्या बोल रहे थे ना, वो क्लिक नहीं हुआ ठीक से.
You want me to explain again?
यस सर.
Okay. What I was telling, the raw material size, the basic size. This is his assignment, and I was talking about this. This is initially he thought of this, but then here the material wastage will be more and machining time will also be more. So instead of that, he has given the shape like this. Now, what is your final size? Where the drawing is gone. This is the drawing. So this is the finished drawing. Now look here. See, ID में what is the finished size? 38. Okay, so now for this 38, he has kept this size as 33. Understand? For 38, he has kept this as 33, and this is a 53. So 53 will be finished to 57.5, and then this is 68, which will be finished to this size 83. So that is what I mean. And similarly, he has kept. So this now he can give the basic shape like this also, but then die cost will increase. So instead of giving the basic shape like this, he has made it into 3 steps, one and second and third step. And similarly, this also he has made it into 3 steps. Is it clear? Hello, is it clear?
सर मतलब वहाँ पे ग्राइंडिंग का सिंबल है, इसलिए ग्राइंडिंग अलाउंस छोड़ के उसने उतना छोटा डायमीटर
नहीं, ये ग्राइंडिंग का सिंबल नहीं, ये तो मशीनिंग, मतलब he is going to see. now this is what SAE 1045, this, so this is of forge quality. So the raw material shape he has chosen like this. Basic shape is like this. Then this will be machined. Then it will be hardened and then it will be ground wherever it is necessary. This is the basic shape. Instead of going like this, he has gone like this.
सर वो जो एक्चुअल डायग्राम है ना,
हाँ,
वहाँ पर दो ट्रायंगल्स है, वो 38
like दो
डायमीटर।
triangle मतलब it is machining. Here there is machining, here machining, here machining. There is no grinding here.
ओके
Alright?
यस सर। सर तो 38 का अगर फोर्ज क्वालिटी में बना रहा हूँ मैं बेसिक शेप के लिए, तो 38
हाँ,
का 33 इतना छोटा भी करने की जरूरत नहीं ना, 35 36 करते फिर भी बस हो जाता
हाँ
है।
35 36 मिनिमम 2 मिलीमीटर रख सकते हैं. So
ओके
it depends upon the process, basic process also. Like suppose if it is powder metallurgy, then you can keep say 37 only. If it is casting or forging, then you can keep 2 to 3 millimeter, 35 etc. But you have to ensure that there is a sufficient, stock for machining.
ओके सर।
So 2 to 3 millimeter is sufficient. Here it is quite more. Now this hole is 83 and he has kept 68. So that is too high. So he can very easily keep this as 80. That is this. Instead of 68, he can keep this as 80. So there are two advantages. One advantage is your material weight becomes, your material becomes lighter. That means you are paying less for the material. So material cost reduces. And second thing is your machining cost also reduces. Your energy cost reduces. Your tool life increases. So many advantages.
सर और
हाँ,
ये 68 डायमीटर है, वो
हाँ,
ये बेस लाइन से राइट साइड वाली वो
68.
कितना अंदर जा रहा है, और उसके बाद 88 कहाँ से चालू हो रहा है, वो बड़ा वाला आउटर डायमीटर 88 कहाँ से
कौन सा?
चालू हो रहा है, द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन वो 68 डायमीटर बोर करके अंदर कहाँ तक जा रहा है।
ये 68 है ना, that will become 83, no? 68 है, that will become this size is not 83, sorry, this is 72.
22 राइट।
He has kept correct, so 68 का 72. मेरा रीडिंग 83 बाहर का है, 68 का 72, so that is right. So 4 millimeter, that means 2 millimeters. That is sufficient.
और सर वो टेपर जो दिया है ना, वो स्टेप के अलावा टेपर किया है ना,
कौन सा? ये
नहीं अभी ये 68 डायमीटर यहाँ तक चालू हुआ राइट, उसके बाद आउटर डायमीटर जो सेकंड नंबर दिया ना, वो स्टार्ट कहाँ से हो रहा है, थर्ड फेज से,
88.
थर्ड वाले पॉइंट से।
88 नाउ, ये अभी स्टार्ट ऐसा नहीं है. 88 देखिए, so 88 he has kept for this and this. इतना पोर्शन के लिए 88 रहता है. See this is 83.5 है ना, 83.5 है. So for 83.5 for this taper, for this straight portion and for this taper, इतना पोर्शन के लिए he has kept that 88.
सर पर वो
If you want to
कौन
reduce
से
it further, then you can also keep one more step here. But then unnecessarily your die cost increases. I say. So this
sir,
will become 4 step.
वो टेपर कहाँ से देना है उसका डिमेंशन तो दिया है ना?
Sorry?
वो टेपर देना कहाँ से है, मतलब
ये टेपर 44 से चालू होता है. And then in this taper also it starts. यहाँ पे एक dimension missing है, so that you can assume. So this taper you can assume this has 45 degree. This degree. Because
सर दिया है, नीचे दिया है, सॉरी दिया है,
किधर दिया है? नहीं दिया है ना?
एकदम नीचे दिया है ना, 32 90 डिग्री का वो दिया है एकदम नीचे सर.
ये लेंथ दिया है क्या? दिस लेंथ?
वो लेंथ नहीं सर, और एक जो दूसरा टेपर कहाँ से चालू हो रहा है वो दिया है 32, और एंगल दिया है.
हाँ, here. Okay. You have to study, thoroughly. So most of the time the dimensions are given.
सर ये एग्जाम क्वेश्चन में आ सकता है ये
Sorry?
Rear Axle 2.
This is
Rear
all
Axle 2.
this is university question. This is for the number. This is the university question paper का number है. It's from the question paper.
Okay.
Even ball filler is also asked for almost 4 times it has been asked. Ball.
Sir, your voice is not clear. Means
Ball
clear.
filler is asked for almost 4 times. That's what I'm saying. Ball filler. Okay, so let's go for now this. So this is what I was expecting, like explicit specifications and implicit specifications. And so for the 2 months, 2 points are sufficient, but both the points should be correct. So now here explicit specification and implicit specification. So they are stated on the part print in sufficient detail to meet fully and completely the instructions required to produce the part. Now here those which are not always stated on the part print but are correctly assumed. Correctly assumed. See, this word is important. You can compare your answers with this. Are correct. You can assume anything, but the assumptions should be correct. The assumption you cannot assume anything which is false or which is not acceptable. But like suppose density. So you density of the steel. You can assume density of the steel as 8, but you cannot assume density of the steel as 5 gram per centimeter cube. Understand? No. The current density is 7.85. So little bit variation is acceptable. So they are, but are correctly assumed either by general knowledge or by convention to be unique. And second is there are specifications that are actually needed before the plant can be built. These specifications are met in normal course at manufacturing. Then no such risk is involved. Now here since these specifications are assumed by the process engineer, there is a risk that this assumption is wrong. Hmm? This may affect the product. So that's why यहाँ पे लिखा है that assumption should be but are correctly assumed. I said. But here explicit specification में there is no such risk. These are the examples: surface finish notations, heat treatment details, treatment of sharp edges, then remove burrs, holes must be round, and no OLT permitted. Like that, many differences are there which I will share. Now, classification of manufacturing operations. So, manufacturing operations are divided into five parts. The first is basic process operation. Second is principal process operation. Third is major process operation. Fourth is auxiliary process operation, and fifth is supporting process operation. So let us study one by one. Now the weightage of this is 5 marks. Classification of manufacturing operations. Minimum 5 marks. Now, what is basic process operation? So these are the foundation process operation, which gives the material initial shape or the form before you start actual process. Like we have seen now many components. We have seen transbearing cage. So transbearing cage में the basic process operation was casting. Then wall pillar में basic process operation was forging. Then rear axle tube में the basic process operation was forging. That is, what is the process which gives the initial shape to the component, initial shape. If it is a round bar, then you can say the basic process operation is rolling, hot rolled or cold rolled. If it is in bright condition, then it is cold rolled. If it is in black condition, like we say black bar, then It is in hot condition. There are hot roll and cold roll. Hmm. So this basic process operation is very important before you proceed, and that depends upon the material, and that depends upon the most important is quantity. Hmm. If the quantity is one, nobody is going to go for the casting or forging. Hmm. You are going for the round bar. Hmm. But if the quantity is 5,000 or say 10,000 pieces, then definitely you will think of casting or forging. So basic process operation, these are the foundation process operation.
Sir, people are in waiting room.
So the example here is components which are done from the bar shaft. So basic process operation will be bar rolling. Like suppose if the raw material is bar stock, just now I told that, then it will be a rolling operation. In rolling also you have to state whether it is cold roll or whether it is hot roll. Hot roll will be in black condition because the external surface gets oxidized moment it is exposed to the oxygen. Hmm. So the accuracy you won't get in bright bar, but the cost is in black bar, but the cost is quite less. Like as if stainless steel, because if the bright bar is costing around say 280 rupees per kilogram, same the black bar will cost you around 255, 20 to 25 rupees, so maybe around 7 to 8% or 10% will be the difference in the cost. So component generated after machining casting, like we have studied, transbearing plates. So there the basic process operation was casting. In ball pillar, the basic process operation was forging. That is, it is the forging which is giving the basic shape hmm, to the component, and from that it is machined further. So similarly, basic process of operation can be other than rolling, casting. It can be forging, it can be sheet metal, or it can be powder metallurgy. So so there will be 3 to 4 marks reserved, for drawing the basic shape or the basic drawing of the component. 3 to 4 marks will be. Like suppose preliminary part analysis, we generally ask for 14 marks to 20 marks, depending upon the complexity of the components. So out of that 4 marks, the first question itself will be draw the basic shape of the component. So that is very important. So for that 3 to 4 marks will be there. Then draw the process picture of any major operation. So for that again 3 to 4 marks will be there. Then estimate the machining time or the process time for 2 important operations. Like say means 2 important operations means you have to identify within your component what are the major operations. Maybe say grinding or maybe turning. So for that calculate the machining time. So that will be again for 3 so 6 months. Because this question is divided into 2 parts. One is so many times the component is same because that is in favor of students. So say question number 5 that will be preliminary part analysis, and question number 6 again refer to the same drawing and do the and prepare the
Sir, your voice is not audible.
means see the weightage will be around 40 marks. So generally we give only one component. Generally we give only one component. That is one component, same component for the preliminary parking analysis. At the same time, same component for your um, operations. So the student he doesn't have to study different components. We don't give two different components. That is one component for preliminary parking analysis and another component for operations. Because the studying of the drawing again takes time. Takes at least 5 to 10 minutes to study the component to find out the dimensions, etc. So So what I was saying, the distribution is like this, like draw the basic shape, so there 3 to 4 marks. Then draw the process pictures, there 3 to 4 marks. Then estimate the machining time, so there again 3 to 4 marks, like that distribution. And then perform the preliminary part analysis, so that will be like say 10 marks. So like that distribution, then prepare the index sheet, that will be 4 marks. Then prepare the detailed operation sheet, so that will be 14 marks, like that it is. Then coming to so basic process operation, I think it is clear. And basic process will be always out of the rolling, casting, metallurgy, powder metallurgy, etc., which gives the basic shape to the component. That is basically it is nothing but the raw material. Raw material is in which shape. Then the second operation is principal process operation. Principal process operation. Principal process operation is nothing but it includes all the operations which form the nucleus of the type of metal. Means now your basic process operation is done. So now what is the majority of operations which are going to be carried out in your industry, in your shop? Next comes under the category of principal process operations. Principal process operations are again divided into this 4 operations. That is, it can be cutting operations. Cutting operation means like there are many people who do only hexagon. I don't know whether you are aware. Those who are entrepreneurs, they may be aware of it. There are people who do only.
Sir, your voice is not clearly audible.
Hello?
And there is also background noise.
Background noise. Oh my.
So there is constant noise coming from the background.
Background में से कौन सा noise आ रहा है? Here it is everything is calm. I am in the college.
सर ऐसे इंजन का आवाज आ रहा है सर.
किसका? मशीन का?
इंजन चालू है ऐसे.
नहीं, मशीन no machine है. The fan is also stopped.
सर फिर हाँ अभी चला गया. सर वो आपका जो हेडफोन है ना वो एक बार देखो प्लग फिर से करके.
Proper. I'll go little. I'll speak little slow. Coming to cutting operations, now there are people who do only hacksaw cutting. Like say you have say CNC lathe machine, and you have asked for a round bar which is say generally it comes 10 feet or it comes like say 6 meter long. So nobody does cutting on CNC lathe machine. So what you do generally, you ask the material supplier to deliver the raw material to these hacksaw people. Then you will negotiate with hacksaw people. मेरे को इतना इतना लंबा pieces काट के दे दो. So depending upon the diameter, they will charge ₹2 एक पीस का, ₹5 एक पीस का. If it is hacksaw machine, it will be less. If it is bandsaw machine, it will be more. If the diameter is still more, then the cost will. But usually it is not more than 10 to 15 rupees. So what I was telling, so the peoples or the workshop where they have hacksaw cutting machine or where they have bandsaw machine, there the principal process operation is cutting operation. Understand? Now there are peoples who have only lathe machines. So there the principal process operation is again cutting operation. Similarly milling and similarly broaching. So what I was telling, so principal process operation is divided into four parts like cutting operation. So cutting operation includes power hacksaw, bandsaw, turning, milling, broaching, etc.
सर कटिंग प्रोसेस को ही मशीनिंग बोलते हैं ना?
Sorry,
कटिंग ऑपरेशंस को ही ऐसे शॉर्ट फॉर्म में मशीनिंग लिख देते हैं ना?
cutting operations comes under the category of principal process operations.
नहीं सर, क्योंकि आपने जो पार्ट प्रिंट दिया था ना उसके अंदर प्रिंसिपल ऑपरेशन में डायरेक्ट मशीनिंग लिखा था.
Direct
मशीनिंग लिखा था, प्रिंसिपल ऑपरेशंस, प्रोसेस ऑपरेशन, पार्ट प्रिंट एनालिसिस वो कल आपने दिया था उसमें.
see now part print analysis में we are not doing classification of manufacturing operations. Understand, no? हाँ. So classification of manufacturing operation is altogether a separate topic. Now there we are just writing general, in general sense, preliminary part print. So principal process operation there, if you want to be precise, then there you can write principal process operation is cutting, and in that you will come to know. Now, see in principal process operation you have to write cutting, and in cutting again you have to write measure. In measure again you have to write. So here we are doing the detailings of the manufacturing operations. Just hold on, we'll come to. Then principal process operations. The second category is hot forming and cold forming. Like forging, it is hot forming. Rolling, it can be hot or it can be cold. Drawing is generally cold. Bending is always close. Now casting and molding, it can be principal process operation also. Like suppose you have a foundry. Okay. So in foundry, what will be the principal process operation? Obviously casting. Or suppose if you have an injection molding shop, so in that injection molding shop, what will be the principal process operation? Molding. If you go to a fabricator, so who is doing say welding or say brazing or soldering, so there the principal process operation is assembly, and in assembly you have to write whether soldering, brazing or welding. Okay, so that is second category, principal process operation.
सर बॉल पिलर में फिर प्रिंसिपल प्रोसेस ऑपरेशन को हम टर्निंग लिखेंगे ना, मतलब कटिंग ऑपरेशन.
Sorry?
बॉल पिलर में फिर हम टर्निंग लिखेंगे ना, प्रिंसिपल ऑपरेशन.
हाँ, इन प्रिंसिपल प्रोसेस बॉल प्रोसेस में हम लोग कटिंग लिखेंगे, कटिंग ऑपरेशन, एंड देयर अगेन यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द मेजर ऑपरेशंस. नाउ यू विल कम टू वेट नाउ. सो नाउ ये हो गया बेसिक प्रोसेस ऑपरेशन. सो प्रिंसिपल प्रोसेस ऑपरेशन इन केस ऑफ बॉल पिलर विल बी द कटिंग ऑपरेशन एज यू सेड राइटली, and then now third is major process operation. Major process operation. So major process operations are again classified into four operations. Remember, major process operation, that is critical operation, secondary operation, qualifying operation and re-qualifying operation. So now for the ball pillar you identify principal process operation as cutting. Okay, just hold on. Now major process operation will be for the ball process will be turning. Okay, because turning is the operation which is taking maximum time in case of ball pillar. Now again, major process operation is divided into four parts. So now we will freeze one by one. Okay. So for the ball pillar, if you want to do classification of operation for ball pillar, then basic process operation is forging, principal process operation is cutting, major process operation is turning. Now again in major process operation you have to identify critical operation, secondary operations, qualifying operation and requalifying operation. So let us see now what is this. Hmm, Slightly tricky now. Critical operations are those that must be given special consideration in order to accomplish some unique characteristics on the workpiece. Hmm. So these areas or surfaces are termed as the critical areas. Uh, So that uh, comes under, again it is divided into two categories, that is product critical areas and process critical areas. Hmm. So now you have identified your major process operation as a turning for ball pillar. So in that now you have to identify again two things. Which one is product critical area and which one is process critical area. Hmm. Now product critical areas means which are important or necessary for the functioning of the product. For the functioning of the product. So product critical areas can be identified from the surface finish, from the fatness, uh, from the roundness, from the concentricity, from the close tolerances. So now major process operation you identified. So in that you have to identify which one is product critical area or which one is product critical operation, which will be based on the surface finish. So wherever there is a grinding, okay, that is good surface finish, or wherever the tolerances are close, that will all come under product critical operation or product critical areas. That surface is product critical area and that corresponding operation is called as the product critical operation. Now second in this is process critical area. Process critical area means like which reference you are taking for the next process. Like say for the drilling, remember trans bearing cage. Trans bearing cage के लिए you are doing 4 holes drilling. For that drilling of the 4 holes, you are taking the reference of the center hole. In the drilling jig, hmm, you are locating the center hole. Okay, so that center hole or that bore becomes the process critical area because that is going to be used when you are going to do the drilling. Another example, like say you have done the setup 1, okay, now you are going to do setup 2. So when you are going to do setup 2, that time you are taking the reference of setup 1 up, you are going to use the soft jaw, and in the soft jaw you are going to hold the diameter which is already machined in the first setting. So that becomes your process critical area. Suppose if the holes, suppose if there are 4 holes, or if there is 4 holes and the dimensions of these 4 holes are, suppose they are given from the edges, like say assume that this is a rectangular component, there is a rectangular component there, and in that you have say 4 holes like this, and your 4 holes are dimension, suppose if it is given from this side, यहाँ से सपोज 100, यहाँ से 100, then यहाँ से 50, and from here 200. That means the dimensions are given from this side and from this side. So in this case, these sides becomes the process critical area. So before you do this drilling, you have to make sure that
सर
you
वो
have
आप
machined.
कंपोनेंट
Listen, before you do the drilling, you have to see that you have machined these two sides 90 degree. You have built that. So these two sides become the process critical area. I have given three examples for the process critical area. बोलिए अभी.
सर वो एक बार ट्रांसबेरिंग कैच का कंपोनेंट निकाल के एक बार एक्सप्लेन
हाँ,
करो ना, या फिर कौन
निकाल.
सा तो
हाँ?
कंपोनेंट.
So we will identify the product critical area and process critical area in transbearing cage. So now if I take an example of transbearing cage, so there the basic process operation will be casting, principal process will be cutting, major process will be turning. Now in major process we are identifying what is product critical and what is process critical. So let me open the drawing. Transbearing cage. So this is the drawing of trans-bearing cage. So in this case, in this trans-bearing cage, the basic process operation is casting. Principal process operation is turning. In turning, the major process operation is turning, and it is divided into two parts, that is product critical areas and process critical area. So I was talking about process critical area. So now what will be the process critical area? Now when you are going to do facing and this radius turning and this facing, that time you are going to use this diameter as a reference, which has been turned in setup 1, this diameter. So this becomes the product critical area, that is diameter 125 becomes the product critical area. Am I right? No. Diameter
सर वो
125
आगे वाला
becomes the
लोकेट वाला भी होगा ना,
process.
वो
हाँ.
F3.
Listen, no. Diameter 125 becomes the process critical area, because this area we are going to use when we are going to turn this. बराबर ना? We are holding this. Correct? Another example. Now here these holes, drilled holes, they are given with reference to this center line. Okay. Right? So now identify which are the process critical areas. So now we are taking the reference of this hole. When you are making a jig, let us say that you are doing a drilling from this side. यहाँ से करने का है, यहाँ से करने का है, यहाँ से. Let us say that we are going to do the drilling from this side. So that time you are resting on this surface and you are locating on this hole. So what will be the process critical area? This hole, that is diameter 100, and this face becomes the process critical area, because this surface and this bore, uh, with reference to this we are going to do the drilling. The drilling jig, it uses this bore and this face as a reference. So now the process critical area is this, as well as this surface. ये हो गया for the drilling. Again, process critical area is this diameter and this face for setup 2. Now what I was saying, when you are going to do drilling, that time there is one more process critical area. I hope you understand that. See, when you are going to do this drilling, we have already identified this hole as a process critical area, but since we are locating on this board, this component can rotate, isn't it? When you are loading, when you are loading the component, this component can rotate, isn't it? But what is our requirement? This hole should come exactly at the center of this radius. That means at 45 degrees, isn't it? You cannot drill hole here or hole here, anywhere you cannot drill. 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree. You cannot have your first hole here. See, because you are going to use a drilling rig. So that means you need to locate one of the side also, either this or this. Are you understanding? That means you cannot do drilling before milling. Okay, so here the sequence of operation will be setup 1 from here, setup 2 from here. Afterwards you have to do milling. You have to mill at least one side, preferably two sides, but at least one side. And since this dimension is 140 by 140, uh, setup 2 turning के बाद we are going to do milling for these four sides. That is, we are going to maintain 140 by 140 in milling. And when we are going to do drilling, that time we are taking reference of one this side, either of this or this. We are taking reference of this bore, and we are resting the surface. We are using this surface. So the process critical area in this case become this side as well as become this face, which acts as a registering surface for the next process. So here the next process is drilling and the previous process is milling. Okay.
सर
So product critical area and process critical area is clear. Process critical area
सर
means yeah.
अभी तो फिर अभी हम लोग जिग यूज करने वाले हैं, तो जिग में कहाँ कहाँ लोकेट हुआ वो सब प्रोसेस क्रिटिकल एरियाज में आ जाते हैं,
हाँ,
राइट?
वो सब प्रोसेस जिग में अभी एक ही एरिया लोकेट हो रहा है, ये होल और ये फेस, दैट्स ऑल. सो ओनली दिस
सर नहीं,
यू
वो
कैनॉट.
मिलिंग वाला भी यूज कर रहे हैं ना हम?
और ये दिस.
सर पर
सो
पहले
दिस
ना आपने लेक्चर में कहा था कि ऊपर से हम लोग एक वॉशर डाल के टाइट करेंगे नट
फॉर
से
द
या
क्लैंपिंग. हाँ, दैट इज क्लैंपिंग. या
तो सर उसको नहीं लेंगे क्या?
नहीं,
इस
दिस इज दैट सर्फेस इज यूज्ड फॉर द क्लैंपिंग. नो, सो इट कैनॉट बी प्रोसेस क्रिटिकल एरिया ना. प्रोसेस क्रिटिकल
अच्छा,
एरिया मतलब वी आर यूजिंग दैट एरिया एज अ लोकेशन और एज अ
लोकेशन एंड
रेफरेंस.
सपोर्ट, लोकेशन एंड सपोर्ट ना?
नहीं, लोकेशन के लिए, नॉट सपोर्टिंग लोकेशन. नहीं, नाउ सी, नाउ वी आर यूजिंग दिस. व्हेन यू आर डूइंग ड्रिलिंग, दिस surface is used as a supporting surface, but then this doesn't become your process critical area. बराबर ना. मैं बोला था ना कि जब भी हम लोग ड्रिल कर रहे हैं तो वाइल डूइंग ड्रिलिंग ये बेंड नहीं होना बनता है. इसके लिए हम लोग इसके नीचे कुछ तो रख रहे हैं, बराबर ना, पैरेलल ब्लॉक, some kind of a thing, so that this doesn't get bent. So this doesn't become your process critical area. This is your supporting surface only at the time of drilling. When you are doing drilling, जब ये बेंड नहीं होना बनता है, इसके लिए हम लोग इसके नीचे एक पैरेलल ब्लॉक रखते हैं, और वो भी एग्जैक्ट हाइट का नहीं, 30 का हाइट नहीं. हम लोग उसको 29.5 का रखेंगे, बराबर ना. 29.5, लिटिल लेस, और 29.7. तो ये जो है प्रोसेस क्रिटिकल एरिया नहीं है. दिस इज ओनली अ सपोर्टिंग एरिया, सपोर्टिंग सरफेस.
तो सर टर्निंग के टाइम पे वो F3 वो जो फेस है ना वो, और
F3.
उसके बाजू वाला 125 mm दोनों हम लोग ने लिया है एरियाज इसके लिए, प्रोसेस क्रिटिकल एरिया के लिए.
ये 125 है वो प्रोसेस क्रिटिकल एरिया, बराबर. Yeah.
वो और वो F3 फेस जो दिया है ना वहाँ पर उसके ही परपेंडिकुलर, नहीं वो नहीं ये
अच्छा,
वाला, हाँ वही
ये
नहीं
हाँ,
इसके.
दिस, दैट इज आई प्रोसेस क्रिटिकल एरिया, करेक्ट. या
तो
उसको.
सर वो तो होल्ड हो रहा है और वो एक होल्ड और एक लोकेट कर रहा है, तो मतलब जो होल्ड कर रहा है उसको भी लिया और जो लोकेट कर रहा है उसको भी लिया, राइट?
यस यस.
तो सर वैसे भी अभी हम लोग जब नॉर्मल ये ड्रिलिंग 4 होल ड्रिल कर रहे हैं तो फिर लेफ्ट साइड का जो सरफेस है ना, जो है राइट हैंड साइड व्यू में बना है,
ये
राइट हैंड साइड में बना है ना, लेफ्ट नहीं ये वाला व्यू, राइट साइड वाला जो व्यू है
दिस वन.
हाँ,
हाँ,
नॉट दिस वन सर, ये पूरा व्यू जो राइट साइड में है ना जिसके नीचे मेटल ग्रे का स्टैंड लिखा है, ये
दिस
वाला.
पूरा व्यू.
हाँ सर,
हाँ.
ये व्यू में वो जो नीचे लेफ्ट साइड का एकदम एक्सट्रीम सरफेस है ना सर,
हाँ.
वो हमने नीचे रखा, राइट,
हाँ,
प्लेट
इसके
पे.
ऊपर हम लोग रख गए ना. हाँ,
तो सर
इसके ऊपर.
उसको भी हम लोग ले ही रहे ना प्रोसेस क्रिटिकल एरिया में.
हाँ, उसको भी ले रहे हैं प्रोसेस क्रिटिकल एरिया. हाँ, बिकॉज ये अगर सरफेस अगर रफ रहेगा तो आपको ड्रिलिंग डायमेंशंस, मतलब आपका जॉब है वो टेढ़ा रहेगा ना. सपोज मान लो कि दिस सरफेस इज नॉट मशीन, करेक्ट. इफ इट इज रफ, so all the axis, drilled hole axis will become slant, will become inclined if there is a taper here. So this has to be perfectly straight. So then only you will get this axis of this hole perpendicular to this surface.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you have understood now pretty well. Huh? This chapter is very simple. Then secondary operation. Secondary operation means what? It is the operations which is not very important, but it is necessary, to complete the product. तो secondary operations में drilling आएगा, tapping आएगा, then deburr आएगा. All these will come under the secondary operations. So it is not as important as your principal process. So all those within the sequence which are normal in the normal sequence of processing the part, but which are less than critical in importance. So usually drilling and tapping will come under the secondary operation. Okay. So in transbearing case, these four holes will be drilling will be the secondary operation. Then qualifying operation. Hmm. Qualifying operation means what? Like now, transferring is का मैंने example लिया है. Like when you want to drill this hole, okay. So this hole should come exactly at the 45 degree, isn't it? That means it is necessary that you have to machine these two surfaces, isn't it? So that's why we call this machining or milling of this face or this side rather, this side and this side, that is called the qualifying operation, milling. And then requalifying operation. The requalifying में क्या होता है? Many times जो long jobs रहती है, the jobs which are long, हाँ, the jobs which are lengthy jobs, see requalifying operations. So jobs which are very lengthy, like say, or where the L by D ratio is more than 5, like say you have a rod, or you have a tube जिसका की diameter 20 है and the length is 200. Okay. Now what happens when you send this for hardening? So hardening में it gets bent. Hmm. At the same time जो center है rod का उसमें salt जाता है. Okay. So what you have to do requalifying operation. Now this you have to grind it further. So before grinding, you have to again carry out operations like cleaning the center, because grinding is to be done between center. And अभी centers में क्या हो गया है? Salt घुस गया है. So that centers has to be cleaned. That salt has to be removed. Then you need to straighten the rod also. That workpiece you need to do the straightening. So requalifying, in order to do the grinding, I have to qualify my component again. So that is why it is called the requalifying. So you have already done the center drilling, but then again you need to clean the center. Huh? So how do you clean the center? In a rapid way, that you hold it in a chuck and वापस आप center drill मारते हो उसको just very fast. So it gets cleaned. Hmm? And then straightening के लिए you hold it once moment you clean the centers, then you hold it below the press machine, hmm, and you put a dial indicator and you rotate the component between center which is clean, and wherever it is out, there you press it and you straighten this within zero point 0.1 or within 0.05, and then you carry out the grinding operation. So in this case, requalifying operation is your cleaning of the centers and straightening. So a requalifying operation is one that is performed on the workpiece in order to return to its original machined geometry. Means you are doing the center drilling again, you are doing the straightening again. Hmm? Why? Because handling and clamping may damage. Heat treating operations Heat treatment will frequently cause the distortion. So requalifying always your cleaning and straightening will come. Then next operation, now in transbearing cage, there is no there is no requalifying operation because there is no heat treatment. So you can mention there requalifying operation need. Hmm? Then auxiliary process operations में आपका any such operations which are necessary to complete and which changes the properties of the component. Those are called as the auxiliary process operation. Like say welding board, heat treatment, then finishing, then mechanical assembly, like say riveting, etc. So those comes under the auxiliary process operations. They are those necessary to ensure the continuity and completion. Hmm. Without this, your component is not completed. So if it is to be welded, so welding will come under auxiliary. Heat treatment will come under auxiliary. Hmm. Cleaning of the component will come under auxiliary. Hmm. Like all these electronic components, semiconductor industries, this means the components has to be cleaned, hmm, either by air or by blower, finishing, that is ultrasonic cleaning. Then as mechanical assembly, like say riveting bolo or bolting bolo, so those come under auxiliary procedure. And then we have supporting operations. Now, supporting operations are mainly they are not mentioned in the drawing, but they are required. They are not mentioned in the drawing. Like say inspection, it is not mentioned in the drawing, but the inspection has to be carried out. Hmm. Quality control. Then handling, material handling. Is it mentioned in the drawing? No. No. But it has to be carried out. Hmm. Material handling has to be done from one machine to another machine, from one department to other department. So this is required. So material handling is a supporting operation, without which your product will not get completed. Hmm. Then packaging, oiling, packaging, packing it in a bins, packing it in a bubble paper, identifying, that is punching the numbers, that all comes under the supporting operation. So now in my transbearing cage, there is no auxiliary process operation. Supporting operation is there, inspection है, handling है, packing है. So this is a small assignment, single page assignment, which you have to carry, uh, which you have to do it, like perform the classification of operation for say ball figure, or say for transbearing cage. So it is very simple. It is just the 5 minutes work. Like suppose a transbearing page, you have to go one by one. So transbearing page, basic process operation is casting, principal process operation is cutting, major process operation is turning. So in major process operation, I have already told you product critical and process critical. Then secondary operation is drilling, there is no typing. Then qualifying operation, you can say the sides of the square, that is qualifying. There is dequalifying operation nil. Then auxiliary process operation will be your cleaning. You have to clean the chips, and then supporting operation will be inspection, material handling, packing. Done. 5 minutes में हो गया, which is going to be your next assignment. One paper, one A4 size paper. Then we
Sir,
have, yeah, hold it.
time is up, so we'll conclude
Okay.
today.
Okay, fine. So we'll call it a day. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.